Hey Stampers and Crafters, thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm going to show you how to use the new Blendabilities that Stampin' Up has come out with. They're really nice for a lot of texturing and getting some color variation. This is a flower I made with Coastal Cabana. You can see the different shading in there. And then here's one that I made with Daffodil Delight. Okay, so we're just going to show you how to make that. Today we're going to use pumpkin pie. This is Coastal Cabana, but we're going to use the set of Blendabilities pumpkin pie. The set comes with 3 markers, a dark, a light, and a dark, a medium, and a light. So we're going to start out here with the petal. I'm just using the darker marker first. And I guess I better show you that I stamped the Blended Bloom stamp on Whisper White cardstock. And I stamped the image with Momentum ink. You have to use Memento ink when you're using the Blendabilities because the Blendabilities are alcohol based, and if you don't use the Memento ink, when you start coloring, they could draw in some of the black outline, and then you would have a little bit of a running problem so around your image. Okay, so I've started out here with the darker ink, then I'm going to come in with the lighter, I'm sorry, this is the medium, and then the lighter. And I like to look at this as coloring for grown-ups. Okay, you can see the 3 distinct lines, the dark, the medium, and the lighter. To get that blended, hence the name Blendabilities, I'm taking the lighter pen and I am just pulling down. Just keep pulling down. That's really the secret, to get that line to go away. I know some people get a little frustrated when they're doing it, but see how that works? See the darker shade here, and just by pulling down with that lighter pen, that's how I got that. Now let me show you one more. Okay, I'm using the darker. I'll show you this petal here because it's a little longer petal. Okay, then I'm using the medium, and you know you don't have to have a straight line or anything because you're going to blend it in. Okay, so there I have the 2 distinct lines, and now I'm going with my lighter marker. This is so much fun, you know, especially if you like coloring. This is, like I said, it is coloring for grown-ups. It is just fun. I've ordered some more colors because I'm really enjoying this product. Okay, so there you go. You see where I've pulled it in? It's a little bit more, okay? And I just kind of want to show you on one petal where I make a little mistake because Stampin' Up has a color lifter. Okay, these markers have a wide tip and then a narrow tip. So this will take my boo-boo off the paper. Now the end of my tip's blue because I used it on Coastal Cabana when I had a boo-boo. But I had gone over that line right here, and I'm just using this color lifter, and it is cleaning off that part where I went over. So really don't have a boo-boo anymore. Work on it a little bit. And it's really kind of a nice little product. Now, also another tip is when you're getting ready to close it, make sure that you have it lined up all the way around. I kind of damaged the end of one of mine right here because I didn't have it lined up enough. So now when I did the Coastal Cabana card, you can see here where I have a little highlighted edges. I'm going to show you how to do that later in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and do my shadowing, my darker color all the way around, and I'll be right back with you. I took the darker color of the pumpkin pie and I went around all the edges where there would be the darker shadowing. You know, like the petal hangs over another petal, so there's some shadowing there. Okay, so that's what I did on each one of the petals. Now I'm going to go back with the medium color and I'm just going to bring that color down a little bit. Okay, so now I've gone around with the medium color of the pumpkin pie, and you can see right here, get that up there in the camera, you can see right here where there's just like a little line from the 2 different colors. See all the way around here, around here. Okay, so you can see where I put in that second color, the medium. Okay, now I'm going to use the lightest color. Okay, I've gone around and I've colored all of my flower petals, and I just want to do a little bit of highlighting along the edge. And so I'm taking the lifter, the color lifter, and right there where the petal kind of curls right in here. I'm just going to run that by there just a little bit, and it will make it just a little lighter. It takes that color right off, and I think that kind of gives it just a little bit more dimension. So you can see right there where I use the color lifter. So I'm going to do it right here in this area. So you can see as I kind of just take the fine tip of the color lifter, and it just takes a little bit of that color out of there. It makes the lightest color just a little bit lighter. It's just, I really, really like that effect. So just go in here and just a little bit and pull that color off. So here's what I have so far working with my colors. And there's a few spots that I've still got some white showing through, and I'll go back and touch those up. Okay, now we're going to work on the center of the flower. And for that, I'm using Daffodil Delight. And I use the lightest color, and I'm using the fine tip. And I'm going to color in each one of those little, I'm sure someone that's a botanist can tell you what those are, but color each one of those little areas right there. Okay, just go through with my tip and do that. Okay, I used the lightest color and did each one of the little edges there, and now I'm going to use the darkest color and color in the middle. Okay, and just color that in. It's going to give me some dimension. I'm not going to do anything to change that. Use the medium color, and for each one of these right here, there's several little stems. I'm probably not using the correct term, but I'm just kind of doing every other one around just real quick with the medium color. Just really quickly. Okay. And then I'm going to come back with the lightest color and do the other ones. And I'm using, when I come back with the lightest color, I'm using the fine tip. And that just gives the center of the flower a little dimension. Okay, and I really like this so much. What I did was, okay, so real quick. Okay, so there you have the finished one. You can see kind of the darker going to the lighter, kind of gives that a little dimension. Okay, so when I got done with one, I trimmed around all the edge, my paper snips, and then I framed it in a black, I put it on black cardstock, basic black cardstock, popped it up with some dimensions, and then I put it in this frame. And I just really like that, to hang it up on the wall. It's just a really pretty touch. So, okay, just wanted to show you a little bit what to do with blendabilities. So try not to get frustrated when you're doing them. Practice, practice, practice. And just think of it as coloring for adults. So I hope I helped you today, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.